Okay, then we'll start with today's session. So please take 2 minutes to solve this question. So they are saying that in the sum, and this is the symbol that they have given, and for which digit does the symbol, the circle and then cross stand. So we'll just write it here. As usual, we'll concentrate on the units digit. So there is this 4 times the symbol plus 1 gives the symbol itself. So 4 times the symbol plus 1 would give you the symbol itself. So we'll just check with the options. First option is 2. We have 4 into 2 plus 1. This is equal to 8 plus 4 to 8, 8 plus 1, 9. So this is not the correct answer because we need 2 here. The same digit should be here. This is wrong. Then we have 4 into 3 plus 1. 4 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So this unit digit is 3. So this is, we'll just keep it on hold. We'll check whether these two other options also give you the same unit digits. Then 4 into 4 plus 1 give you 4 for 16 plus 1 17. This is 7 and this is 4. So this is wrong. And then 4 into 5 plus 1 20 plus 1 21. So unit is 1. This is 5. So these two are different. This is wrong. The correct answer is option B. If there is any doubt, please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, then we'll move to the next question. So take 2 minutes to solve this question. What is the greatest length x such that 3 1 by 2 and 8 3 by 4 meters are integral multiples of x? So they're asking that what is the greatest x which can divide these two fractions and produce a integer, or the integer multiple of x gives you this 3 1 by 2 and 8 3 by 4. One way to do is to solve this question is to check each option and see whether when you divide this by two of these things, whether, like for example, if you take 3 1 by 2, if you convert it into improper fractions, this would be 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 by 2. So if you divide this by 1 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2, and you divide this by 3 by 2, this will give you 7 by 2 into 2 by 3. This will not give you an integer, so this option is wrong. And similarly, you can do this, or else what you can do is they are asking what is the greatest length x such that these two are the integral multiples of x. So x would be the greatest common factor of these two fractions, of the two fractions. So whenever you are calculating the greatest common factor is the factor which is the highest one and it is common and which divides these two numbers evenly. I mean, the remainder would be 0. So to calculate the GCF of the two fractions, there is a formula. GCF of the fractions is equal to GCF of the numerators divided by LCM of the denominator. So one way is to just directly divide these numbers by these options and find out whether there is integer as an answer. If there is no integer, you can cancel that. The other way is to calculate the GCF of the fraction, and that would give you the answer. The formula for GCF is GCF of the numerator, GCF of the fraction is equal to GCF of the numerator divided by the LCM of the denominator. In this case, GCF of numerator is, we have to convert these fractions. One is 7 by 2. This is 8 4s are 32 plus 3 is 35 by 4. So now we have to calculate the numerators GCF 7 and 35 divided by LCM of the denominator, LCM of 2 and 4. So GCF of 7 and 35, 7 can be written as, 35 can be written as 5 into 7, and the other number is 7. To calculate the GCF, you would find the common prime numbers, prime factors, and then find the lowest power. So in this case, the common factor in these two is 5 raised to 0 and 5. The lowest factor is 5 raised to 0, that is 1. So we take 1, and for 7, the lowest is 7 raised to 1 itself, so 7. So the GCF of 7 and 35 is 7 itself. 7, and LCM of 2 and 4, 2 and then 4 is 2 square. When you are calculating LCM, the method of calculating LCM is you have to write the numbers in prime factorization form, and after that you have to find the common prime numbers, prime factors, and in that common prime factors you have to calculate the highest power. This now in this case the common factors is 2, and 2's highest power is 2 raised to 2. This is 2 raised to 2, that is 4, and this is nothing but 1 raised to 3 by 3 by 4. If you multiply this, 4 ones are plus 3, 7 by 4. You convert this is if you convert it into mixed fraction, you will get 1 3 by 4, and the answer is option D. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask. We'll move to the next question then. So take 2 minutes to solve this question. We'll see how to go about this question. They're saying that if you have two straight sticks of length 7.5 feet and 3.5 feet, what is the minimum length you can measure? One way to solve this question is to find out there are these two fractions. One way to find out is to calculate the GCF. That is the non-intuitive method. The intuitive method is to just write the stick. This is 7.5 meter stick, and then you have 3.5 meters, feet, 7.5 feet and 3.5 feet, and they're asking the minimum that length that you can measure. So what we can do is if we multiply this into twice, so we have this long stick here, okay, 3.25, sorry. This is 3.25. So we have this long stick here. So what we'll do is we'll just keep this stick and then this smaller stick here and mark 3.25 feet. And another measure, we'll again take 3.25. 3.25 into 3.25 is 6.5. So the whole measure would be, one would be at 3.25, one would be at 6, and this would be 1 feet. So now people may think that, okay, now we have calculated this 1 feet length, we have marked the 1 feet length here, and so 1 feet is the minimum. But in this, what we can do is we can use this 1 feet. Now we have this measure here in this mark, we have marked it here. This is 1 feet, and we can use that to mark 1 feet here. So once we mark 1 feet here, so we can mark 1 feet. This is 1 feet. This is the second feet, and this is the third feet. And the remaining part here, the small part here is 0.25. And now, even if we take this 0.25 and mark this whole stick, like mark it everywhere after 1.25, 0.25, and it will end here correctly. It will not give you any extra length. So you cannot use that to mark any other measure. The lowest measure that you can do is 0.25. The answer is B. And one more method is to calculate the GCF of it. Even the GCF will give you the least length that you can calculate. this case, 7.5 can be written as 15 by 2, and 3.25 can be written as 1 by 4, 13 by 4. So if you calculate the LCM of this, the GCF of this would be GCF of 15 and 13 divided by GCF of, LCM of 2 and 4. GCF of 15 is 3 into 5 is 15, and 13 is a prime number. And in this, first common this thing is 3. Here this is 3 raised to 0, and then 5 raised to 0. Here it is 13 raised to 0. So when you compare these two prime numbers, the least is 3 raised to 0. This would be 3 raised to 0, that is 1. And then the next prime number is 5 raised to 0, that is also 1. And then next is 13 raised to 0, that is also 1. LCM of 2 and 4 is, we have seen 2 square, that is 4. This is 1 by 4, this is equal to 0.25. So you can calculate it this way also, and or else you can calculate it this way also. I found this as intuitive, just to mark the length here on the stick, and then to find out which is the least one. Okay, so I hope the second method is clear. I'll just explain the first method again. I'll just mark it here. Yeah. So what we have is one stick, we have 7.5. And another is 3.25. So now what we'll do is we'll take this stick, we'll keep it here in the starting, and then mark 3.25. This will be 3.25. And another 3.25 we'll calculate. This will be 3.25. The remaining part, 3.25 and 3.25 is 6.5. The remaining would be 1 feet. Now this length is 1 feet. So we have marked it here. In the stick we have marked it here. So this length is 1 feet. And now what we'll do is we'll take this 1 feet. So this will be 1 feet, will be somewhere. This is 3.25. We'll take this 1 feet and mark 1 feet here. 1 feet, 1 feet, and 1 feet. So this will be 1, 2, and 3. And 0.25 would be left out. So this 0.25 is the least length that we can calculate. So we can mark it here, and we know that from here to this end point, this is 0.25 feet. And we can measure this anywhere. This is the least length that we can measure. If you use this same thing here again, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, it will directly finally end at this point itself. There would not be any extra stick that would be left out. So the least length that we can calculate is 0.25. I hope, Beetle, this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask. So you can solve it in these two methods. One is calculate the GCF, and another is to use that intuitive method of using that stick. Okay, then if there is any other doubt, please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, we'll move to the next question then. So take 2 minutes to solve this question. Solve this question. So the question is, what is the least 4-digit number when divided by 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves a remainder of 2 in each case? So the least number, to find a number that is divisible by these 4 numbers is the LCM of these 4 numbers. I'll write 3 here, 2 square, 5, and 2 into 3. The LCM of these numbers would be, we'll take 2 square, the highest power, 2 square, then 3, the highest is 3 itself, and then 5. This is 2 to the 4th is 12, 5 is 60. The LCM is 60. And we need to find out the least 4-digit number. This is a 2-digit number. Then we have to find the 4-digit number. So for 60 into 20 is 1200. And 60 into 3 is 18, 180. And if we subtract 4, it will be 240. It will be less than 1000. 6200. So 60 into 17. 17 into 6 sounds of 42. 4 6 is 10. 1020. So 17 into 60 is 1020. And if we take 16 into 60, that would be less than 1000. So the least LCM, the least 4-digit number, which is 4-digit multiple of 60 is 1020. And they're asking if it should leave a remainder of 2. So it would be an LCM, multiple of this LCM, multiple of the LCM plus 2. This is the least 4-digit multiple of this LCM is 1020 plus 2. This is equal to 1022. Correct answer is option B. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask, or else we'll move to the next question. Okay, so what they're asking is, they're asking you to calculate the least 4-digit number when divided by 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaves a remainder 2 in each case. So if we want to find out a number which leaves a remainder 2, then we need to calculate the LCM of those the numbers which is divisible by all these 4 numbers, and then we have to add 2 here. So LCM plus 2. So the LCM would be 60. We have calculated it as LCM of 3, 4, 5, 6 is 60. So LCM plus 2 would give you 62. 62 is the number which, when divided by these numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, would give you the remainder 2. For example, if I take 6, 62. 6 tens are 60 and 2 remainder. So this 62, if I take 5, so 5 12s are 60 and 2 remainder. So when you divide this 62 by any of these 4 numbers, you would get a remainder 2. So to find out that kind of number, what we do is we'll calculate the LCM of that number, and then we add 2. So this is 60 plus 2. But in this case, they're asking to find out the least 4-digit number. So we have to find out the least 4-digit number, which is a multiple of this LCM. The LCM is 60. The multiple of 60, and also it should be the multiple of 60, and also it should be the least 4-digit number. That number is 1020. And then we add 2 to that. So that is 1022. And that is the least 4-digit number, which when divided by 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 will give you a remainder 2. I hope this is clear. There is one more doubt here. See, if you divide the given options by all these 4 digits, so you would have to divide. We have to do it almost like 4 4s are 16 times. And that would be a tedious process. That would be a lengthy process, and you can make a silly mistake in your calculations. And the best method is to follow the basic procedure that we normally, basic techniques that we normally use. Tam, I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, you can please ask. Tam, is it clear? Okay. So if you have any doubts, please don't hesitate. Please ask your doubts. So there is no largest 4-digit number, Basuraj. The largest can be anything. It will go because the multiple of the 60. Okay, largest 4-digit, right? I'll just. So we have to see, like we have to come from 9,999. So we just have to calculate the multiple of 60 that is closer to 10,000. So 60 into 100 is 6,000, and then 60 into 100 is 6,000. 60 into 50 is 3,000. 6,000 is 3,000, and then I have 900 more. 60 into 15. So this would be 150 and 900. 600, 10 plus 16 to 10 is 600. So I have 400 remaining. Is it 30? 31. So this would be 100, 50, 160, 160, 160 into 60. 6 are 36. 6 and 6. 9. Okay. Okay, that is 960. Sorry. 9,600. I have to add 20. Just give me a moment. I think I have to add another 165, 5, 6, 30. I'll add 166. 166 into 60. The 36, 3 6 is 36 plus 339. 3 6 1 is 6 9. 9960. Yeah, this is the largest number, which is a multiple of LCM, multiple of the LCM. 166 and plus 2, this will be 9962. This is 9962. Not 82, 9962. So you have to find out the multiple which is closer to this 10,000, and then just reduce it. Then you would find out the largest number. So the largest number is 9962, and the smallest number is 1022. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask. If it's clear, I'll move to the next question. Okay, take 2 minutes to solve this question. Move to the next question. A simple mathematical operation in each number of the sequence 14, 18, 20, 24, 30, 32 results in a sequence with respect to prime numbers. So 14, 18, 20, 24, 30, 32. And they are saying if you do something to this number, mathematical operation to this number, the result that you get is the prime numbers. The prime numbers. Which one of the following is the next number in the sequence here? So we'll see what if we do to this number, will we get prime number? So if we can divide this number by 2, we'll get 7. Or else we can divide this number by minus 1. Sorry, subtract the minus 1 from this number, you would get 13. But if I continue dividing this number by 2, I will not get, I will get 9. This is not a prime number. But if I subtract this number by 1, I would get 17. If I subtract this number by 1, that I will get 19. This number I will get 23. This number I would get 29. This, if I subtract 32 minus 1, I would get 31. This is a prime number. So these are all prime numbers. The next prime number is 37. Next prime number is 37. So if I have to subtract some from some number 1 and get 37, and this would be 38. 38 minus 1 would give you 37. This is the prime numbers. So the correct next pattern, next the number in the sequence is 38. Option is C. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask. You have to do a bit of trial and error in the starting. And you have to do the same mathematical operation on every term, the same operation. For example, if you're dividing by 2, you have to divide every term in the first sequence by 2. If you're subtracting 1 from the first sequence, first number, then you have to subtract minus 1 from all the numbers in the first sequence. And they're saying that the result would give you all prime numbers. In this case, it is subtracting 1 from each number. If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, we'll then move to the next question. Is there any particular method for this? No, there's no method. You just have to do a bit the trial and error and see whether you're getting the required conditions. In this case, first what I did was I tried to divide it by 2. First number I got prime number, but second number I was not getting a prime number. Then I realized that, okay, if I subtract 1, I'll get this prime numbers. So I subtracted 1, I got prime numbers here. You have to do a bit of trial and error and then see whether the pattern is continuing. I hope this is clear, Panther. We'll move to the next question then. Take 2 minutes to solve this question. Got option C. So we'll see how to go about this question. So what they're saying is one page is torn from a booklet whose pages are numbered in the usual manner, starting from the first page as 1. The sum of the numbers on the remaining pages is 195. The torn pages contains which of the following numbers. What they're saying is this book has page numbers like 1, 2, 3 and all. And in this book, they have torn a page. Then if they have torn a page, the numbers would be like 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, 10 alternate numbers, the consecutive numbers. And they are saying when after removing that page, the sum is 195. And they are saying that what is the numbers, what is the page that they have torn. So since these are natural numbers, we have a formula, direct formula of the sum of first n natural numbers. That's equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So now we'll see what we'll do is we have, so when we have to calculate the first natural numbers, this number, because some number has been deducted from the sum, some pages have been deducted, the sum of the first, some natural number should be more than 195. And when you subtract it, you should get 195. So we'll just check here. If there are 10 pages, 10 into 11 by 2, the sum would be 55. So instead of 10, if I take 20 into 21 by 2, this is 10, this is 210, the sum would be 210. So if I have 19 pages, then 19 into 19 plus 120 by 2, this is 10, 190. So 190 cannot be the 19 pages, cannot be the number of pages that it can have. So it can have 20 pages. When it has 20 pages, the sum of the page numbers of the 20 pages would be 210. And after subtracting, after removing the pages, any of these pages, you would get 195. So the difference between these two, 210 minus 195, is equal to 15. So the page numbers of the removed pages should add up to 15. In that, if you check here, this would be 20, 23, 19, 8 plus 7 is 15, 6 plus 5 is 11, 11, 15, 19, and 23. So here the difference is 15. So the pages that were removed is here, option B. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, please ask. Is this clear for everyone? If you have any doubts, please ask. Yeah. So take 2 minutes to solve this question. It's time. Please post your answers. There are 3 responses for 3 people have got option C. 4 now have got option C, 5. So we'll see how to go about this question then. So what they're saying is let A3BC and DE2F be 4-digit numbers where each letter represents a different digit greater than 3. If the sum of the numbers is 15902, then what is the difference between the values A and D? We'll just represent it one below the other. A, 3, B, C, D, E, 2, F. So it's 2, 0, 9, 5, and 1. And they are saying these digits, that is A, B, C, D, E, C, D, E, F. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 digits. They are saying these 6 digits are digits greater than 3. So this represents a different digit greater than 3. So this can be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But the problem here is we know that A, B, C, D, E, F can be the digits 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we don't know exactly which digit is which one. That we need to calculate, find out. And they are asking the difference between A and D. So now we'll take one by one here. So we know that C plus F would give you 2. So in this case, if you add any number, this will not give you 2. For example, there is no possibility that it will give you a single digit 2. It will give you a double digit. It should be 12 or 22. C plus F should be 12 or C plus F should be 22. In this case, if you add any, the 2 largest number is 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. So the largest sum that can be achieved is 17. So this possibility is gone. There is only this possibility. Now in this possibility, C plus 12, F should give you 12. Which 2 numbers will give you 12? 4 plus 8 would give you 12. So there is this 4 and 8 and also 7 and 5. There can be 4 and 8 and 7 and 5. And any other two numbers will not give you 12. 6 plus 6 plus 6, another 6 should be there. It is not there. 6 plus 7 would give you 13. So these are the only two options. Now to find out which number out of these two to be there, we'll first check this one. So C plus F is 12, we know that. So if we carry here, this would be B plus 1 plus 2 would give you 0. That is 10. It should be 10. So what is B? So B plus 3 should give you 10. And 1 would be carried here. So B plus 3 is 10. B would be 7. So since B is 7, C or F cannot be 7 and 5. C and F cannot be 7 and 5. It has to be 4 and 8. So some number C and F would have to be 4, 8. It is not 7. So B is 7. Now we have B 7, C, F 4 and 8. And we don't know which number is 4 or which number is 8. And then we have left, I think B is done. We need E. So we need this E plus 4 is equal to 19. E can be 4 and 8 is done. 7 is done. So we have 5. Sorry, it can be 9 or 19. So the largest number 9 here. If I take 9 plus 4, it will not go to. It will not reach 19. So this possibility is gone. So E plus 4 would give you 9. So E is equal to 9 minus 4 is 5. So E is 5. Now in this 7 is done, 4 and 8 is also done, and then 5 is done. So the remaining digits left is 9 and 6. So that 9 and 6 has to be A and D, but we don't know which one is D and which one is A. So 9 and 6. But we can clearly say what's the difference between these two. It is 3. We don't know which is A, which is 3, but we know A difference between these two, that is 3, 9 and 6. Thus the correct answer is option C. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask. People who have not got the answer, if you have any doubts, please ask. Don't hesitate. If it's clear, please let me know. I'll move to the next question. Okay. I'll move to the next question then. So take 2 minutes to solve this question. This question, they are saying what is the remainder when this number, a whole number, 51 into 27 into 35 into 62 into 75 is divided by 100. So you would get some number here, some number, and they're asking the last 2 digits of it. Because when you divide some number, for example, 8, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, 8, 1, 9, if you divide this by 100, you would get the last 2 digits, or remainder would be the last 2 digits. So they're asking what is the last 2 digits of this number. So what would be the last digits? To find out the last units digits, you multiply this unit digits into unit digits. 1 into 7 is 7. 7 5s are 35. Again, the unit digit is 5. 5 2s are 10. Unit digit is 0. And 5 into 0 is 0. So the last digit would be 0. And the only option with 0 is A, 50. I hope this is clear. We'll move to the next question then. I take 2 minutes to solve this question. We'll see how to go about this question here. So there are two statements and then we have a question. First of all, we'll see what is the nature of the question, whether it is an yes or no question or whether you need to find out the value of the variable. The question is, if n is a unique natural number between 10 and 20, then what is n? So we need to calculate what is n. This is not a yes or no question. This is calculate the value question. They are saying n is between 10 to 20. Now we'll see each statement. They're asking, the first statement is n is a prime number. So in the question itself, they have given additional data here that n is between 10 to 20. So 10 to 20 and n is a prime number. So what are the prime numbers between 10 and 20? 11, 13, 17 and 19. So now we have 4 numbers. So just using statement 1 and the question statement, we have shortlisted these 4 numbers, but we still don't know which one is n. N can be anything between among these 4 numbers. So we clearly cannot say which one is n. N can be 11, n can be 13, n can be 17, n can be 19. So n is, so statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Statement 1 alone is not sufficient. This is wrong. Now we'll take statement 2 alone. So we have, we want to know n is equal to how much? We know that n is 10 to 20. That is given in the question stem. Then we'll see n leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4. So n leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4 means n can be 13. 16 plus 1 is 17. This is 12 plus 1. And this is 16 plus 1. So we have to find out the multiple of 4 and then add 1 here. So the multiple of 4 between 10 and 20 is, first multiple is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. The second multiple of 4 is 4 4s are 16. 4 3s are 12. 4 4s are 16 plus 1 is 17. 4 5s are 20. It will go beyond 20. So we just know these two numbers. Again, here we want to know specifically what is the value of n, but the possibility is two numbers here. So n can be 13 and n can be 17. So again, statement 2 alone cannot help us to get the answer. So statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question? No, this is wrong. Statement 2 alone is not sufficient. Now when we combine these two, the statement 1 and statement 2, so we have these 4 here, 11, 13, 17, 19, 13 and 17. When we combine, the common element here is 13 and 17. So it can be, n can be 11, 13, 17, 19 or n can be 13, 17. When we combine this statement, n can be 13 or 17. So even after combining these two, we are left with only two options, that is 13 or 17. We clearly cannot come to one answer for this n. So both the statements when combined together will not give you the answer, will not help you to get the answer. So the correct answer is option D. S1 and S2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. So the correct option is answer D, option D. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts, please ask.